Welcome to Sinless Productions. Today, let's talk about the album release and the effect in the music industry. Shatta Wale is set to drop an album this October, as well as Black Sherif is also going to drop. Then Amerado to have an album this month. Then Wendy Shay also is coming with an album. Then in November, Sarkodie is also coming up with another album. So with how everything have arranged or packed, people think there is a sabotage in the music industry, and to me, I don't see anything like a sabotage or something. But this is how I think. I think since we have a lot of album packed within this month and the next month, I think this is a kind of thing that will hype up the industry. I think this is something we all need, but we don't even know how much we need this kind of album. This albums is really going to hype this music industry, because let me say it like this: if Shatta Wale release an album, because Shatta Wale and Black Sherif album release is so close, Shatta Movement's fans would love to stream the albums in a way that Black Sherif will not catch up. And if Black Sherif album 2 is released, Black Sherif fans will also try their best to stream the album to a certain level that it will bypass the GOG album. So with this kind of race that we have in the music industry, this will hype the music industry. This will put a lot of pressure on the albums, and these albums are likely to perform high. Let me tell you something: the fan base can just have their argument on the social media pages, but this is going to be something that nobody have to tell you how this is going to be. This kind of race is really going to help the industry. Listen, let me tell you something. There have been a lot of days that people release albums separately. For example, if Shatta Wale is to release this album October, and maybe like Black Sherif releases his album on December, what will be the competition? There will be no competition. So if the album streams the album stream is likely to be low, because there's no pressure on the fan base. But as much as Black Sherif is going to release, Shatta Wale is going to release, Amerado is going to release, Wendy Shay is going to release, and Sarkodie will be releasing in November. This is something that is going to push a lot of pressure on the fans. This is where the fans will buy airtime and stream their artist album. This is the time Black Sherif fans will stream Black Sherif song the most. This is time Amerado fans will stream Amerado album the most. This is the time when they say fans will stream the album the most. This is the time Sarkodie fans would like to stream this Jams album the most, because they have something. They have competition to catch up. They have a standard for the album. They know that if maybe Shatta Wale fans have the most stream at the end of the year, Shatta Wale fans are likely to make fun of them. And as much as these Sarkodie fans too want to prove or want to make fun of this Shatta movement, they're also going to prove how to stream, so that they will also make fun of this Shatta movement at the end of the month or the year. So with this whole thing, it's going to bring a kind of competition in this music industry. It's going to really resurrect this music industry. As much as people are saying that it's not healthy, but I think this is a kind of healthy competition. This is where we have to face reality and stream our artists' albums. And this is where I think if an album is not making a debut on the Billboard album, or an album is not making a history this year, then I don't know when an album will make history again, because this is the time the fans have to do something. This is the artist himself have to do something. This is the time I think the artists have to push the album to like the highest level. And this is because there's a competition. This is because there is something to achieve. There is something to prove why you are the biggest artist in the country. And how are you going to prove that you are the biggest artist in the country without a competition? So with this month with this October race is something I'm looking forward to see. This is what I just want to see what these fans have for their artists. I just want to see what these musicians have for their fans. This is where we want to see the real competition, and the competition is what is going to make this music industry a healthy one. Just like how the Whiskey FC wants the album to bypass Burna Boy's album, just like how the Whiskey FC want their albums to bypass Davido's album, just like Davido fans want their the Davido's album stream should be more than Whiskey FC's, like just like that, just back to back. This is the thing we want. This is the thing we want in the music industry. This is not a sabotage. Let's put a real competition in this music industry, and this is how I think real competition can happen. Releasing dates, to me, I don't see. Maybe let's be real. Black Sherif didn't put this date out. It's the management. Now Black Sherif is under record label, so the record label suggests everything. It's not Black Sherif who want to do this or something like this, but this is, to me, I don't see anything wrong with it. This is competition, or this it's a music industry and it's an entertainment industry, and this is how it can be entertained. I've already said this. There have been so many times that albums have been released on a separate date, but what happens? Nothing. So if your album is not going to do anything now, then just forget it. I think this is how things should happen. Just take it like that. Just stay with your favorite artist and stream their album. You streaming their album will just make them the artists you want. You streaming their albums will make their album big. It will make their album appear on a lot of charts, just as you want it. So this is about you streaming. This is about you doing everything for your artist to stay relevant, or to stay as the big artist as you want it to be, or as you want them to be. So I think I've talked a lot. So thank you all for watching Select Productions. Subscribe to the channel and like your